Mady, in front of me today stands the most beautiful, caring woman I've ever laid my eyes on. Ever since I've known you, you've been the most compassionate and selfless person that puts others first. When I see that quality in you, it reminds me of Jesus. I also cherish the way that you love him. When I'm with you, I get to see his perfect creation of love, beauty, and splendor. When I look back over all the moments of pure joy in my life, you were always there. I knew from the first day I met you that I always wanted to be around you and experience life with you. I'm so excited for this journey, and I can't wait for all the fun memories that we will never forget about and get to experience with each other forever.
Caleb, I knew from the moment I met you, it would be forever. It feels like yesterday we were shy kids in high school that would barely talk to each other, yet here we are. I love you, and I'm so over the moon that I get to choose you every day for the rest of our lives. The Lord has truly blessed me with the most amazing, almost husband on earth. You never cease to amaze me by how gentle, patient, loving, and kind you are in every circumstance, and for that I am thankful. I pray that we continue to put God first always, and I can't wait to grow old with you and travel the world together. Today, tomorrow, and forever, it's us against the world. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Dearly beloved, we're here to celebrate the uniting together of Caleb and Madison. It is our deep honor to stand with you today. And it's the first wedding I've ever been to where there's standing room only. So clearly you have folks that love you very much. You made it. Today is the day. It's finally here. But something that I've said many times before is that today is not a finish line. Today is just the starting line. Well, what does that mean exactly? Well, this man and this woman walked up the aisle today individually. In a few minutes, they'll walk back down the aisle together. Now, they'll still have their individuality, but they'll be united together in a common purpose, to step forward into life as husband and wife, united together to take on the adventure that God has for them, together as a couple. Who gives this woman to be married today?
Her mother.
Now, as a sign of their love, Caleb and Madison are going to exchange vows. Madison, I promise with God's help
Madison, I promise with God's help
to be your faithful husband,
to be your faithful husband,
for better or worse,
for better or worse,
for richer or poorer,
for richer or poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to serve you,
to love and to serve you,
as Christ commands,
as Christ commands,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Do you take Madison to be your wife?
I do.
Madison, you repeat after me. Caleb, I promise with God's help
Caleb, I promise with God's help
to be your faithful wife,
to be your faithful wife,
for better or worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or poorer,
for richer or poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to serve you,
to love and to serve you,
as Christ commands,
as Christ commands,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Do you take Caleb to be your husband?
I do.
Caleb, you place that on your bride's left hand. With this ring I thee wed,
With this ring I thee wed,
in the name of the Father,
in the name of the Father,
Son,
the Son,
and the Holy Spirit.
and the Holy Spirit.
With this ring I thee wed,
With this ring I thee wed,
in the name of the Father,
in the name of the Father,
Son,
Son,
and Holy Spirit.
and Holy Spirit.
Inasmuch as Caleb and Madison have consented to gather in holy wedlock, and have witnessed the same before God and man this day, and have pledged their faith to each other, and have declared the same by the joining of hands and giving and receiving rings, I pronounce by the authority granted to me by the Holy Spirit of God that they are a couple in Jesus Christ, husband and wife together, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. What God has brought together, let no man separate. Caleb, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. James.
Hey everybody, my name's Carly and I'm Caleb's little sister. I'm so excited for Caleb and Mady in this next chapter of their life that they are starting today. Mady, you're the most selfless person I've ever met. You are such an unbothered person and have the thickest skin out of anybody I know. You're hardworking, easygoing, and flexible when need be. There are truly so many more adjectives that I could use to describe your amazing personality, but most of all, you are the mirror image of the wife I want my big brother to be with. I love you so much, and I know that you will take excellent care of my very high-maintenance brother, so kudos to you, Mady. Speaking of high-maintenance brothers, I thank God for picking me to be your little sister, and I hope you know how special you are in my life and how proud you make me every day. Thank you for making me laugh even when I don't want to, and for always looking out for me throughout the years. You will be an excellent husband to Mady, and there's not a doubt in my mind that she will be very well taken care of. Caleb, remember, Mady is always right, and as long as you get her a dog, you'll have a happy, healthy marriage. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. James.
So for those of you that do not know who I am, my name is Luke, and I met Caleb about 11 years ago riding trails with dirt bikes and four-wheelers. It wasn't until a couple years later when he transferred schools and we became best friends from day one. While there's so many memories and moments to define Caleb for who he is, the tide shifted in December of 2016 when Mady walked into his life. High school sweethearts do not happen too often, and I think I speak for everyone when I say that we all knew that they would be together for the long haul. When Caleb told me he was proposing, I was extremely happy for you both, although I was thinking, about time. I asked him a simple yet very deep question along the lines of, are you ready? His voice and face had emotion, excitement, and true expression of how ready he was. And he said, it's hard to explain, dude, I just love her so much it hurts. With that being said, as y'all begin this journey as Mr. and Mrs., I want you to always remember that Caleb has your back and Caleb, she has yours. And you are both very lucky to have each other. I love you both and congratulations.